Hey yo, HungryHeath here again. And today, I'm going to be reverse searing stuffed, thick cut pork chops. Stick around and I'll show you how we're doing it. So what you're gonna need is a couple of really good thick cut pork chops. Now I picked these up this morning at the Tomball Farmers Market. And the company is Texas Farm to Home. We've bought their stuff before. Everything we've ever gotten there's been amazing. I just love these pork chops they make. We've cooked them several times. I've never videotaped it for y'all. And while we were there, we also picked up a link of their sausage. I thought would go really well to a side dish to this. And then for the stuffing, we're going to use this Dapper Goat cheese. This stuff is amazing. It's what we also use to stuff these mushrooms with. It's one of my favorite side dishes to make. And y'all know I've already done this before and made a video for it. I just thought it would really go well with the pork chops and sausage. So if you watched our Friday night feast where we made the pizza roulades, this is the same dipping sauce we made for those. Now I figured it would go really well as a sauce for the pork chops. Now make sure y'all tune in every Friday night at 6:30 Central. The wife and I will be doing what I call a chat and chew. We will cook something, and then we will sit down and eat it and chat along with everybody as we enjoy our dinner. We hope to see y'all there. Now let's get started stuffing these pork chops. Now while Shelly's inside starting to prep the pork chops, I'm going to go ahead and slide the mushrooms in because they took a little longer to cook. So I'm going to let them go to sleep for a little bit and we'll be right back. Now let's watch Shelly stuff these pork chops.
So these are bone in. So I feel the bone right here kind of in the center. So what I'm going to do on this kind of fat cap here is that's where I have like the most meat is right here. So I'm going to go in about middle of the way and just start with the knife. Just slowly kind of put it in about an inch. And then as you do that, then you kind of slowly cut, kind of like a little seesaw, right? I'm just opening up this inside. I don't want a big opening, but I need enough to get in there. So it's smaller outside opening than the inside. So just kind of cutting out a little wider on the inside there. Okay. So it should have a nice little pocket in there. And then what I'm going to do, well, let me cut the other one too. And same thing here. Here's the little bone. Here's the most of the meat. So, get about middle of the way. I'll stick my knife halfway. And I slowly do it because I don't want to go too fast and rip a hole through either the front or the back. So you just slowly want to put it in. Get about an inch, inch and a half. And then you just kind of cut it in there. Kind of go back. Okay, and just make sure I have a big enough hole to get in there. Fill just a little bit. There we go. It's opened up more. There. See, now my finger goes about in there, and you can, but see, nothing's on the inside, but I can see, you can feel where my finger goes. So then what I'm going to do is take our sun-dried and herb goat cheese. You can use whatever goat cheese you want. I think goat cheese tastes the best because it's creamy, and usually most people don't have issues with a goat cheese. So. Wow.
And I think this will complement the sauce we're putting on it very well.
So this might get a little messy. Kind of get in there and just kind of push the goat cheese into it. As you're trying to pack it inside the pork chop. And since if you have a smaller opening, it's going to be a little more challenging to do that. See, and I'm just going in there, putting it in here, just a little bit at a time, and then packing it in there once I get it in. Yeah, that's going good. I'm just doing probably about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon at a time. Try to get it kind of way in the back first, you know, and just kind of fill it forward until you feel it really packed in. And you'll be able to tell, I'll show you in a minute, when you know that it's nice and packed in there. Alright, and this one, I feel like I got my opening a little too big, so it'll just all ooze out. So I'm going to use a toothpick to kind of thread this together tighter so that it doesn't ooze as much. So just kind of thread that over there.
It's like she's doing surgery on it.
And then push it a little bit back in because I kind of squeezed it out. So you could tell kind of when you have it, because if you look here, it might be hard to see the camera, but see how it's a little bulbous right here? That's the stuffing. And this one, I think the angle's not as good, but it's nice and stuffed. There's a little bulb right there. That's where all my stuffing is. And then we forgot an important part. We gotta season these with HungryHeath's pork and poultry rub. So let's do that. Since my hand is already dirty, then I'll do it. So just pat that on there. Not too hard because I don't want that stuffing coming out. Do some here. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like little mini T-bone pork chops. Okay. Do that. Gosh, your seasoning always smells so good. Okay. Do some more. To your liking. So definitely go see his YouTube about the pork and poultry rub. This rub is so good. So good. I love it. So let's go take these to the pit and get that smoking.
So since her hands are already jacked up, I'm just going to open the lid for her and let her put those on the pit. And then them mushrooms back there chilling out. Look at that.
Let me kind of get some of that rest of that seasoning on here. Look at that. God, I love these pork chops from that Texas farm to home. If y'all are in Texas, these are amazing.
It's a little dark in here.
Pork chops. They're so good and tender. I don't eat pork chops from the grocery store. I only eat his pork chops because they're so good. I think that's too dark, babe.
Now I'm going to let these go for about 15 minutes, and then we'll flip them and do another 15 minutes, and then we'll come out and sear it. So while Shelly is inside washing up her hands and a little bit of dishes, I added this sauce and this link sausage. So everything should be ready about the same time. I'll show you all that in a second. So about 15 minutes has been up. I'm gonna get these chops flipped. Oh, they're looking pretty. And while I'm in here, I'm gonna go ahead and stir this sauce up, make sure it doesn't scorch. And this gives me a chance to taste it. Oh, that is so good. Oh, money. Babe, here, you should try it. Uh-huh. And then we'll go ahead and flip the sausage too.
That's good.
One of them kind of fell apart a little bit, but that's okay. It'll still eat.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this lid closed and get to finish cooking.
Another 15 minutes, right?
Yeah. So my timer just went off. So now it's time to rearrange everything on the pit so I can start searing these off. Let's take a look. Oh, just gorgeous. Gorgeous. That nice little cheese. There's the mushrooms. Oh, it looks so good. Just want to pull these to the side just for a second. Grab my tongs. Move the sausage over. Slide everything over.
Oh, okay.
Do this. I'm probably doing this the hard way.
Yeah, you're doing it really hard. Never
Still
do all
half
of
asleep,
this.
folks. I just woke up. I'm sorry. There we go. Now we got that fire exposed.
There.
I'm gonna put the mushrooms back in the back corner. Keep that a little warm. I'm gonna gently caress the chops over above the fire.
Yeah, I
The
lost
more I
a
move
little.
it, the more it's gonna leak on me, I'm afraid. I'm gonna let them go for probably about, I don't know, 6 to 7 minutes.
Well, probably 1 to 2 minutes per side.
Okay, let's do that. I like your idea.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna pull around and set up a chair so I don't walk too far away. That looks beautiful.
Ooh, look at the flames going. I'm going to turn this on its side a little bit. See where some of the cheese has started leaking out. That's the one I had the hole a little too big. See my toothpick? Oh, look at that side already. So I try to grab it on the bone. See, this one did much better with the smaller hole, but it already did leak a little. That's the sad thing. It's a little bit of the stuffing, but look at that sear and crust.
So now I'm going to check these for temp. We're looking between 135 and 145.
Oh, it's there.
Oh, that's perfect. We're right on the money. Now those mushrooms look good, but I'm just going to crisp up the tops a little bit, so I'm going to go slide them under the broiler. So we got the meat off the pit. Let's take a look at what it looks like on the inside. I got You beautiful, beautiful one. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Get in my belly. You like that? So let's try a bite. That just looks scrumptious, don't it? Oh, yeah. Can't talk eating. Perfectly seared, moist, tender, delicious, and just on that corner here, just a hint of that cheese. The deeper I cut into this, the better it's gonna get. I'm loving it. Let's get this topped with the sauce and keep on eating. All right, now we got this good and sauced up. And I took a little taste when I was stirring this all up. And I think after the sauce sat in the fridge overnight, it got a little hotter. Because remember, I used a little bit of red chili flakes in it when we made it last night. So let's give it another taste. That is magnificent. That is like the perfect topping for this pork chop. The flavors meld so well together. It's a little heat, a little salt. The pork chop is nice and moist. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this so much. Now remember, folks, smash that subscribe button for me. Click the like. Throw me a comment or two. I love hearing from you guys. I'll see y'all next time. I gotta go eat.